Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this is All Systems Go, playing Blades in the Dark. My name is Sean, and I am GMing for the session today. And I only have two out of my normal three lovely players tonight, unfortunately. So, normally, of course, we have Logan, Sarah, and then Abby, but Abby is taking a quick break for work reasons. So, we're just going to finish up the score without her real fast. And then maybe do a little bit of downtime. So it'll probably be a shorter session, but should still be pretty fun, pretty exciting. And yeah, gonna jump right in like usual. Last we left off, they had made it to the basement of the Gervais household where they're trying to find a piece of evidence to indict the Gervais family in occult dealings of the unsavory kind. And let's see, Abby's character, Sylph, had just summoned a ghost, old slack-jawed Joe. And he is was just compelled to lead you to a piece of evidence against the Gervais family so that hopefully you can just snatch that up lickety split and
Incriminating
be
evidence.
on your way.
What a great time. She just summoned a ghost and then outed.
Peaced
Like,
out.
you can deal with this
She's
ghost.
like, and just to make this more fun, Logan and I have very limited stress to burn, so
I think
we'll
all
see.
three of you did.
Yeah.
But I was hoping between the three of you, you could figure
But with
something
one more
out.
person, you can kind of spread out the stress. But
Yeah.
Duchess is having a
Duchess.
ball, okay? She is
Duchess is
one
having a ball.
stress. She is good to go.
Alrighty.
She's gonna be like tagging everything.
Mhm.
You should be able to take your trauma and like square it, you know,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
just add to that obsession.
Spray paint as I walk down the halls.
Okay, so we are in this deep, dank cellar, hidden basement torture chamber, more or less. Um, and this recently summoned ghost that sort of Sylph is almost entranced by. Like you can see, normally she can summon and compel spirits, much to your displeasure, without quite as much focus as she seems to be giving this one. But she seems so focused, you don't think she'll be able to help you out for much else for some reason. And with that said, the ghost that you have just summoned starts to glide ever so gently while still kind of sparking energy around it to a hidden sort of shabby looking like oldering wood, which is kind of surprising since there's not a lot of that in Duskfall, but kind of just an ancient door that it just phases through because it's a ghost. And seems to be proceeding somewhere that you had not realized there was an entrance before, which you see, and Echo's just follow, or not Echo, sorry, Sylph is just following
She's
right.
following this ghost. So
Yeah,
she's
like in a
running.
trance.
She's running
Yeah.
into a door.
She's leading you after it. She's not. Yeah, I mean, she will in about a couple seconds, probably, if you don't
Okay.
do something else.
Echo runs to the door and just wrecks it
Okay.
open.
Do you
wrecks
do you
that
not just
door.
want to open it?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's locked. Is it locked, Sean? Okay.
Yeah, or did you check?
I don't think Echo takes time to check.
She just takes time to wreck.
She's just like, we gotta get out of here. We have a limited time before this ghost does whatever it does.
Yeah. What's your level in rec?
2.
2? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so it's not even hard. You can see this is an incredibly weak, barely hanging on door. You're used to kicking through planks of rotten wood from your pirating days with your heavy boots, and so you just smash it down into pieces and it kind of crumbles and shatters to the floor. You realize it was unlocked, so it kind of just like ekes open a little bit after you shatter
It's fine.
it.
Duchess
It
is
looked
just like
cool. It looked
rolling her
cool.
just kind of rolling her eyes behind me.
But you did, you kind of break that down and get through to the other side with Sylph just a little bit behind you and maybe Duchess a little bit further back. And you can see this kind of short tunnel that's growing taller and wider in the back. And the ghost is heading down this corridor. And you can also see what appear to be glowing filaments in the distance. So, not really close to where you are, but you can see sort of these strings of light um, deeper into the tunnel.
Like glowing spider silk.
Yeah, you might get that impression.
Okay. Echo, are we gonna go down this ghost tunnel?
I don't know if we have much of a choice.
Sylph is not listening and is actually going down the ghost tunnel.
Yeah, like Sylph is like continuing to walk, and I'm like,
At a-
well, what
at
do
a
you want us to do?
Slow but steady pace.
I mean, I don't know. She's normally okay with ghosts. She might handle it by herself, and we don't have to go down the spooky tunnel that's glowing.
But we need evidence. That's the whole reason we came here, and your name will not be known if you do not uncover the evidence we need to help out our customer.
Fine. You
Wink,
first.
wink.
Clever. All right.
She's like, we'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I don't
I
like
don't wanna
ghosts.
go down
I
here
don't
either.
like spiders. I don't like ghost spiders.
You are a spider.
I don't like other spiders.
They're not.
You're
ghost
very
spiders, it's
antisocial creatures.
Okay. And yes, so you keep heading down this corridor, and who's in the lead? Is it going to be Sylph or
I feel like
Echo?
Duchess is for sure in the back. And
Yeah,
then
Duchess is in the back.
I am like next to Sylph in the sense that like
Okay, yeah,
I
you're
kind
just
of
walking.
let Sylph determine where she's
Mhm.
going, and I kind of like make sure there's no debris or whatever in her way.
Ooh, speaking
Right.
of debris, I'll like close the door as much as like, so I can still probably see through it.
I don't
It's like
even
a
know
hole.
if it's closable, really. Like,
No, I'm really good at breaking down doors.
I'll sort of like pick up some of the pieces and lean it into the door frame.
You just kind of attach the one part that goes with the lock back into the door frame. Okay,
we
yes.
didn't open it.
It opened itself after you broke it down. Anyways, so yes, you keep heading down. Kind of you and Sylph are keeping a steady pace with maybe Duchess
Can we see the
5,
ghost
10
anymore?
feet behind. Yeah. So you can see the ghost. The ghost is pretty bright. The filaments are much dimmer, so you can definitely, and it's a pretty concentrated mass, so you can see the ghost still floating ahead, about at the same pace that Sylph is walking at, but maybe just like 30 feet ahead, 20, 30 feet ahead. I don't know. Who cares about distance?
Imaginary
the-
distance, got it.
Yeah, imaginary distance. This tunnel started out at about like maybe just like door width, and then height. So just kind of like maybe 8 by 4 feet or something. But it's steadily gotten much larger into more of like a kind of like I would say 20 by 20 or something like that. So fairly tall and large. And as you keep heading deeper and deeper, you do notice there are more and more of these sort of glowing filaments that look distinctly like spider webs, very much like what you're sure is used by the Gervais family um, and sort of cultivated by them. And you also notice some bones, some little skellies, some little skelly bones,
Little
some little
skellies?
sacks, little strange silk sacks. Some are of a distressingly large size. Others are much smaller. You see some like rodents, dead rodents, things caught in the silk. Uh, you
So these aren't vegetarian spiders, is what I'm hearing you tell me.
surprisingly, do any vegetarian spiders exist? I don't think so.
Sean,
Um,
Doskvol lives off of algae and eels, so and mushrooms
yeah, and the spiders.
and spiders.
So luckily, most of it seems to be clinging to the sort of fringes of the room, and you can hear like little scuttlings, little little clicky clacks all over the place. That's what I'm working on my ASMR, and and you maybe out of the corner of your eye you see little sort of flits of movement, but nothing. You can't really pin anything down. And as you keep following this ghost, eventually it does stop, where the webs sort of start to converge towards the middle. And so there's basically, it would be very hard to traverse much further than kind of where you're at. And you see the ghost stops behind, sort of um, by a large silk wrapped sack. And next to it, you can kind of see like almost partially in the sort of casing and partially in the webbing next to it, there seems to be a torn letter of some kind, as well as you see on the floor, there's like a glint of a piece of metal that is also kind of hidden by webbing.
So there's a person in that sack.
But more importantly, there's a letter next to it.
There's a letter next to that sack.
Can I?
Okay, so I'm assuming Slyph is just like stopped in the middle of this room, just like staring at the ghost.
She's stopped with the ghost.
Yeah.
They seem to be like connected, basically. And almost like the ghost like points at the envelope and that glint of metal, kind of, and Slyph does as well, mimicking it.
Okay.
And what? Remind me, Slyph commanded it to take us to evidence.
Incriminating
evidence. Are you still in the back, Duchess?
Yes, but not too far back.
Okay. Roll a d6 and then roll another d6.
Oh no.
Roll a d6. Okay.
And then another one for me.
1.
Okay.
And then another 1.
This is Topsy-Turvy Day where ones are good, right? This is Honey Heist.
I think so.
Okay. So, yeah, they're fine. Nothing happens at the moment.
Okay.
You just need to secure whatever this stuff is. It doesn't seem hard. You just have to get through these webs.
Of course, it never seems hard, Sean. I think Echo is like gonna take the chance and is like, I'm gonna grab this. Can we see what the metal glinty thing is, or like I have to be up close and personal to see it?
That's a good question. I mean, you're pretty close, but yeah, I think you'd have to really like get down next to it to see what it is.
Okay. She's gonna aim for the letter and whatever the metal thing is for both.
Okay.
But if like the metal thing seems useless, then she won't take it. But the letter is definitely the problem.
Okay. Are you just gonna reach in and grab it?
I'm gonna finesse that.
Okay. So are you gonna try and like just pluck it out or like cut it out, or
is it stuck to the web?
Yeah, so the letter is like partially in the casing, partially
Oh,
in
it's like
the
partially
webbing,
woven.
and then the
Hmm.
the metal piece is just like on ground level, and so it's just kind of covered by a lot of different webs.
I have brought my cane sword with me, Sean.
Okay, that's fine. You can have a dagger. I don't know.
I'm going to like use the cane part of the cane sword to like shift the webs around either the letter or the metal. And if it's too sticky, I'll pull out the sword from the cane and attempt to cut it out.
Okay, okay, so we're gonna say you're attempting to get the
letter first. We'll say letter first. So if the letter needs to be cut out, then I will do that.
Yeah, I think you are pretty positive that casing, that silk casing, looks pretty strong. So you're gonna have to cut it for the envelope.
Okay.
Which is fine. I'm gonna make you roll one for each object.
Can
probably.
I don't know if this helps my cause at all, but can I take the time to, like, I'm assuming this silk is like really strong and my cane sword is like pretty okay, but like I brought a lantern. I'm the one with the lantern. Can I heat my cane sword over the flame of the lantern and like hope that it like doesn't, that prevents it from like getting stuck in the web, or like helps it kind of like cut through that spider silk like butter.
Cut through that spider silk like butter. Yes, you can.
Can
I
assist
Mhm.
by using foresight? And I know that Gervais have this silk, so I assumed that it was going to be something silk related. So I told Echo about this beforehand, and so she has practiced cutting through spider silk in the meantime.
She's practiced cutting through spider silk. Okay, yeah. Sure. And we'll say that connects to this sort of heating of the blade.
Yeah.
Y'all
In my practice, I've found that it weakens against heat.
Right. It seems to almost curl away from it instead of just sticking to it. Okay, so you do that. I think that let's see. Yeah, I think you can do that. So roll finesse. I think that's what you chose, and you get an X. I'll say your position and effect are going to be risky. I'm gonna say risky limited only because if you want, you can push the effect up, and then I'll let you get both the ring and the envelope. But if you stick at risky limited, um, you'll just be able to get the envelope. Oh, I just told you what the metal object is. But anyways.
Oh wait, I didn't even hear it.
I didn't either. I was too busy
Good. Okay.
thinking.
Metal
That's
object. Okay. So you can. So if you stick it. So you're at risky limited, which means you'll just get one item, which at the moment is the envelope. But if you push it up to
desperate standard.
Yeah, if you put it up, I was gonna say greater. If you can find a way to get it to greater, I'll let you get both in one fell swoop.
Can my assist
Otherwise,
be used?
I think so. I think assists can be used to increase
effect.
But I need to double.
Never remember
check.
which is which.
No, it's just a
Push.
plus 1d. If you do a set up action, you can increase the effect level or improve position. So assist is just a free extra die, and then setup means you have to do an actual action roll yourself.
Can I assist and also set up?
Yeah.
Can I?
You can hold the lantern.
Because your assist was kind
me.
of a flashback,
yeah.
anyways.
Can I like study the webs and sort of like say like,
Definitely.
oh, this is probably going to be the best way to cut that out. Quick, you're
Right,
burning
like-
it. Pull back.
Yeah,
Quick,
definitely
no,
to
stop.
guide her.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
What
So
would
that
my-
would put you, so you'll need to roll study. You'll be at risky standard for that.
Can I don't. Can I push myself?
I'd like
Not
to
push
buy a
myself. Trade position for effect.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna get unnervingly close to the webs.
It's
Okay,
like
sure.
the sword is here, Duchess's eye is here.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you Desperate Greater, and your greater will be that you can raise her effect by 2.
Whoa. Wait, do you need that?
That's what I need.
Okay.
Put me
Because
at
that's what you
limited.
need.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I will push myself.
So you've used 3. Oh wait, no, 1 stress you get for free because
Yes.
the assist is free for
Yes.
Duchess.
And so I can push myself for an extra die. Okay. 6.
Wow, lucky. Very lucky. Okay, I think you kind of edge your way closer, very worried about all this spider silk, and very careful, luckily, and you're not disturbing it very much. And you kind of get closer, and you hear and you see more things kind of flitting in and out of the darkness and the kind of eerie bioluminescent shadows. Um, and you can see how the webs are just strumming ever so slightly. But you are able to study the kind of webs around everything. And you see there are a couple points where you think it might be weaker, and you can help guide sort of Echo's blade. And I'll also tell you that you're able to notice that the metal object seems to be a signet ring of some kind.
Echo, it's a signet ring. No, don't mind me. I'm going to be a backseat spider silk cutter. Go ahead.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm at finesse. I'm at desperate greater effect because you helped me with the effect, and I have plus 1 die.
I think you're at risky greater. Because I think I put you at. Didn't I put you at risky limited?
Oh, you gave me 2, so I didn't have to trade position for effect.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me redo that. The question is, do we think we need another die, or is 3 enough?
3 is probably fine.
Okay.
It's something.
It's gonna be great.
Okay.
That's 5-3. Okay, so you succeed. It's all right. Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay, so you heat up your blade ever so carefully, trying to get it nice and hot, and you can even see it starts to glow a little bit with like that orangey red, even though it's not really meant to be heated like this at all. And you cut through, and it's going very smoothly. You're following exactly what Duchess is telling you, and you're able to cut around the envelope, and like the second you finish that, Duchess just plucks it up real fast, and then you start moving on to the signet ring, but you've taken a little bit longer than you thought, and you haven't been as mindful of the heat. You thought it would last a little bit longer, but it's losing it faster than you anticipated. So as you're about halfway through cutting out that signet ring, you can feel the sort of the webs start to stick and cling to the blade, but you're able to finish cutting it. But as you're like pulling away the ring and pulling away the blade, you can see how it just kind of like messes up a huge clump of spider webs while you're doing that. And you hear a very loud skittering, something land on the ground behind you, and a loud hissing noise for you. Whirl around.
So like back towards the exit?
Yes, back towards the exit. So you whirl around and you see a large, we'll say this is Doskvol. We'll say a goat-sized spider. A spider of unusual size. A Seuss. And it is about to jump and attack the defenseless Sylph. Still seems to be entranced by this
resist
ghost.
that for Echo?
Yeah. Yeah, you can resist anything. You just have to say how you resist.
Yeah, I think like maybe Echo is still messing with that ring. So Duchess might like put herself sort of between the group and the spider. And then, I don't know, I sort of like take a rock or something and like throw it into the webs so like it makes a huge commotion in the webs. Sort of just distract it for a hot minute or hot second.
Okay.
A different part of the web is activated than like where I'm at.
Yeah, just so like it's still there, but its attention is for the moment off of us.
Right. Yeah. So maybe it had gotten, instead of falling like right behind you, it had like skittered down the wall, so it was in between. It wasn't fully blocking the passage, and it was still kind of had some of its legs on the web, the complex of webs, and it was about to go after Sylph. But then you throw this rock, and you can see like the vibrations that you just caused, like a bunch of smaller spiders kind of skitter around too, and it seems to just like go a little twitchy and distracted for a moment as it tries to process all these sensations.
Would you say that's insight to like understand where to throw the rock to? Because the other one's
Or
willpower
prowess.
or
I was
prowess.
gonna say
Throwing
maybe
so well.
prowess for like speed, like reaction time,
That's fine, as long as it's not resolve.
and doing it effectively. As long as it's not resolve.
Okay.
Woohoo! Clear some stress.
No, not a crit,
No,
so
no.
just zero
No
stress.
stress.
darn.
Yeah, zero
No
stress
stress.
gain.
Mhm.
Okay, so you have
Sorry.
about like 5 seconds before this spider, this large spider, decides that you are going to be its next meal.
I'll grab Sylph and start leading her out really quickly, and then be like, "Oh shoot! Oh, Echo, come on! Hurry up!
Okay,
There's a spider!"
Echo's like, got it, I got
Hurry
it.
up, there's a spider.
Okay, so Echo's in the rear, and I'm assuming you guys are like in the tunnel now, or like in the mouth of the tunnel. And I think Echo takes a second to like dump the lamp oil on the webs, and she just proceeds to smash the lamp onto the webs and like hope that they all catch fire.
Okay, yeah. What do you think that roll is?
That's a wreck if I've ever heard a wreck.
Oh yeah, I forget wreck exists for some reason.
Can that be a
does
wreck?
Sound very wreckful.
Wrecky.
Maybe reckless, one might say.
Would it be unstable of me to do that?
Maybe even unstable.
Would it even be unstable? Okay. I don't think
Okay.
this counts, but eventually I can also perform a physical feat that verges on superhuman. I don't think that counts as that, so it'll just be a normal wreck.
Yeah, so I think your position for that is going to be I think it'll be risky great, because you do know that the webs do seem to be weak to fire. So you did figure that out.
Perfect. Well, if you had a devil's bargain to give me, what would
I
it be?
had a devil's bargain to give you.
You see the grandma on the flaming silk, and you have to burn her as you leave.
Not my grandma. She's in a different
Not my
city.
She
grandma.
came back. She got stuck.
Help me, dude.
For those who don't know, Echo has a soft spot.
No,
for
that's
me.
until.
That is on.
All right. I think a potential devil's bargain.
I lose my cane
is-
sword.
No, I don't think the cane sword is the problem. I feel like the spider
Darn.
is not going to like that you just did all that, and so I think the devil's bargain is you just unleashed a large nest of what seem to be man-eating spiders onto Doskvol.
That seems unstable.
I mean, that seems unstable and like not our problem.
Not our problem. We don't live
Not our
here.
problem. Hashtag not our problem.
Slash.
Well, I guess I should make it more your problem.
I guess
somehow.
it's great. It's great for us because we can just incriminate them more by
Yeah.
saying, "Oh my God, they caused."
Our hideout is hidden. They can't get there.
But spiders can.
I don't know. I don't know about that, Sean. They can't get on boats. That's for sure.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure.
We're gonna be at war with the spiders. And they're gonna have gondolas and come after us.
All the spiders.
They're war spiders.
Are they sentient?
Apparently
they are.
Yeah, apparently they are.
Spiders.
Okay.
I don't know if I care that much. Either way. Logan, do you have a preference?
Or do you have a good one, Logan? Or Sarah, you can come up with one for yourself.
I could come up with one.
I mean, it could just be that the room is now billowing smoke, and so they're like, this is a nice party. Why is there smoke coming out of the lawn?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
we could be, we're definitely on the family's bad side now. Like, because the dude didn't like us in the first place, and now
you're already gonna be on their bad side. Okay,
Sean.
I will.
Are you saying our disguises didn't work?
Yeah, they were flawless.
I had a different shade of lipstick on.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just rack up the enemies while we can. I like spiders being your mortal enemies, but we'll say the Gervais have a sworn revenge. Will be the devil's bargain.
and those are basically spiders. The Gervais are spiders.
They are the spiders.
Half spider, half human.
Yeah, they should have known better than to be. There can only be one noble family with a spider theme, and that's the one whose last name is literally Spider. So that's me. Goodbye, Gervais.
Well, so I'm risky great, and pushing Devil's Bargain gives me 1 die, or does it change my effect?
Devil's Bargain can give you 1 die, or it can give you 1 die. But you can't. Here's the thing: you can't get a coin. You can't get a bonus from both pushing yourself and a Devil's Bargain.
I'm not pushing myself.
Okay, yeah, you only get one or the other for 1 bonus die.
Yeah, so I'm just doing risky great, 1 bonus die for wreck.
Or
all right.
Duchess could assist you again.
No, this is her.
She
her
has
own
no stress
personal
to
thing.
assist me.
Okay.
With a great Xena warrior cry, Echo just like throws.
The pirate cries of past.
The pirate queen is coming out of her. And she's like, not today, spiders. Making big moves. And she goes for it, and she didn't need that die, but it's fine. Still success.
All right. So, you do go for it. I think, Okay,
you're gonna be so nice to me. It's gonna be so great. Just kidding.
No.
What are you gonna do?
Let's see. This is what's gonna happen. Yes. So, you pour out this oil before quickly smashing the lamp onto the floor, and as the fire and smoke sort of rears up and starts racing along these webs, which some of them, it seems to be spreading, but maybe not quite as quickly as you hoped. They're not actually super flammable. They just almost seem to like shrivel away from it. But it is spreading. And through all the smoke, you have trouble hearing before you hear once again a hiss, and a giant spider comes leaping out of the smoke at you and rears back.
I dodged that spider.
Before it's gonna give you a nice little before kiss. You notice that it is also in flames, and that's probably going to be a problem for it soon enough. But it is enraged. It is also glowing.
It's also glowing.
They're all bioluminescent spiders. So
with my cat-like reflexes, I totally just like dodge back and
yes,
out of range.
Sixth sense it. You just
my
the spider tries to go for you, and you just duck and roll.
Or, it's just like one of those things in the, with like, what is it, The Drunken Master with Jackie Chan, where he just like lurches to the side unexpectedly.
Sure. It goes sailing past and it bites Echo. Sylph instead.
Oh, that's fine.
It's totally fine. We don't care about her.
Okay, are you going to resist then? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay, it's whatever the physical one is.
Prowess. Come on, Jackie Chan.
6. Okay. There you go. No stress.
No stress.
Nice. So you dodge out of the way. The spiders, the giant spider is, like I said, also a little bit on fire. And so it sails past you a bit, lands, and then kind of just like starts freaking out and scurries up the wall and onto the ceiling before kind of just disappearing in this now thick billowing smoke. And you can hear lots of sizzling and popping and bad noises, but you've decided to ignore that in favor of just getting the hell out of there.
We're just like, get out.
Just a quick stroll. Right. I'll get to the ruined door, sort of move those planks aside.
The little puzzle piece that you put together. Okay.
Shove Sylph into the other room.
Yeah. Okay. And you get out. I think you kind of just have to extricate yourself from this area, however you want to try and do that.
Before we do that, you hear a little like metal bead around in a nice little can.
She had Vinny specially make spray paint cans.
Yeah, and then you hear just like a shh, and I want to tag sort of like right next to the ruined door.
Okay, sure.
With a skill.
With a skill.
With a skill, I think? Or do I need to roll, or can I just tag?
You can just tag.
Just tag.
Okay.
Or if you really want to push yourself, I'll make you roll.
Yes, I want to roll, but I want it to have an effect of like it's gonna be all the talk amongst the nobles. Like, did you hear what happened to the Gervais? There was this thing that happened to them. Like, I want it to be some gossip amongst the nobles about them being robbed by this person.
Okay. I would say that sounds more like a downtime attempt to sow rumors rather than something you can really affect during the heist. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. But I mean, if you roll an action, you will have consequences. So it just means your potential consequences will potentially be later than right now.
This is like the setup for those. This is like if you tag now and then you can capitalize it off of it in downtime by like being like, oh yeah, Foxfire's the latest new gang.
No, not Foxfire. Me.
Oh, I thought it was a Foxfire tag.
No, it's Duchess's family sigil.
It's Duchess's family sigil turned upside down, I think.
Yep.
Echo doesn't love the whole tagging situation, so if it's not related to Foxfire, that makes it a little better. She's like, whatever, die how you want. And like takes Sylph and like keeps running.
Unless, is there a specific reason you want to roll an action roll right this second?
Because rolling is fun.
Well, you'll have time to roll later. So.
Okay.
Don't think. Roll a d6 for me.
You got it.
6 is good, 1 is bad.
3.
Okay. I think you're... Okay, you hear shouting from above, echoing kind of down the corridors and through the open trapdoor that you didn't know how to close. And you are like while you're in the middle of tagging. So I think you've filled your clock for alerted, and you guys are gonna have to think fast before someone walks in on this whole situation.
That's fine. Can I roll something to finish it quickly? So like it's not half done.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. What would you say that is? Tinker, finesse,
choose.
wreck.
Probably not wreck.
Tinker, finesse, hunt, prowl, command, sway. Literally all of these have the exact same score.
You get to pick.
Tinker or finesse, it sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'll do tinker.
Okay, Tinker, you're very experienced with Vinny's contraption that he's built for
Graffiti
you.
artist.
Yeah. The
She's
newest.
spent a lot of time practicing.
Mhm.
Soon enough, we'll have her skateboarding.
And then it's just
With a
like
mohawk.
jet set radio.
Mhm.
Yeah, really, for real. Okay, so you're gonna be risky standard.
I want to trade position for effect and take a little bit longer. Just maybe get it a little, embellish it a little bit.
You like blow on
You
it to
switch
dry.
nozzles so
Yeah.
that you can get the fine.
I pull out a different one and do some highlights.
You're killing me, Logan.
Well, also taking longer does increase the.
And sure, I'll push myself.
You just want to get traumatized.
I want to have fun. Sean, why is that so hard for you? 6.
Okay, you do it.
Yes.
And with that, you kind of finish your tag just as you hear the boots kind of clomping around. And I think y'all hadn't really discovered an escape route or settled on an escape route. So you can hear the shouting and some stomping. So you could try and get out the way you came, or you could see if there's something further in here. You have your underground maps and passkeys, which might hold secrets.
I guess we could either try and do that, or we could like make it look like we're still down there, so they come into this room, and we're hiding, and then they go further, and then we go out the back, or like the front, I guess.
So you hide in the torture chamber room?
Yeah.
So yeah, we hide and we let them go into the fire, and when they're dealing with that, like putting out, I'm assuming these valuable spiders, we can just like flee.
And make it look like we're still down there, like it's obvious that we went in that direction. So they're like, oh, let's go.
I mean, the door is smashed in.
I think they've got bigger concerns with the fire that's starting to billow out.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Okay, so what do you want to roll for that?
Maybe like a group prowl to hide in this room.
Sure, that sounds perfect. I know you all are both great at that.
We are just really
I have
good at
2
it.
in prowl now.
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
I felt really self-conscious about my ability not to prowl.
Okay, you are going to be, I think, risky standard.
All right, and I'll lead because I still have three open stress.
I might say desperate standard, because you're in some serious crap if
I love it.
you get caught.
Okay.
Who's leading?
I'll lead because I have slightly more stress, I think, than Duchess does.
No, I still have 4 left.
Oh, you have 4 left? I have 3. What?
You have 4 stress left? Wow.
I have 3. You get to lead, Duchess.
Okay.
Okay, roll those rolls.
Desperate standard?
Yes.
Oh, okay. 2. Come on. It's all on you now.
Desperate standard. I got this.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be great. No.
No, it's not great. It's not great at all. Okay.
That's okay.
I think
we'll resist.
Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and figure out what our consequences will be.
Question though, with a group thing, since we both failed, I take 2 stress before we even look at the consequences, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Okay, yeah.
So before we even think about resisting.
Okay, you said
we'll see in a little bit. All right. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. And we're back. Our intrepid trio that's being played by a duo at the moment are in a bit of a tight situation right now. They've just set ablaze a tunnel filled with spiders.
You've forgotten the goat incident. This is nothing.
This is a normal day for us.
I don't know. This is edging towards the goat incident. Okay, and they heard footsteps running over to their position in a secret chamber, and have decided to try and hide in maybe one of the corners, we'll say, as smoke billows out of this broken door that they recently broke.
I imagine there's nothing to hide behind. We're literally just standing in the corner.
You're just in the corner.
We're hoping, standing behind the door, like where we're hoping they just
much as possible. That is, in fact, the crux of this situation and the inherent problem. I think the 3 of you were hoping that whoever ran in would be so distracted by the smoke and everything, they wouldn't even think to look around you, but that might not be how it works out. Also, Slyph is still entranced, so she is of no help at the moment.
Dead weight. Let's throw her to the spiders.
Yeah, dead weight. I know, gosh.
With a camaraderie in our hearts, we cast her by the side.
Tears streaking down your cheeks, you throw her into the smoke as an offering.
It's better for her to die while she's still alive.
What? Will you run that by me again? I'm sorry. Can we get a play-by-play of that?
I love it.
It's better to die while she's still alive.
It's very true.
I think that's how that works.
I'm not possessed by a ghost, Sean. Gosh.
Well, she's not a hull or possessed. Okay, sure.
Exactly.
Okay. So, you are standing as still as you can in this corner. Please don't see me. And you're
We're not here.
Hoping that no one will see you. And in rushes Lord Gervais himself. With his blade drawn and a pistol in his other hand. An item that Duchess is intimately familiar with. And behind him are 3 other servants of the Gervais family who also seem to have grabbed weapons. They don't have pistols, but they do all have sabers. And looking around, you see Lord Gervais kind of points with his sword over to the fire, and he's like, quick, check out whatever's going down the hallway, before he does a sweeping look of this room, and his eyes instantly connect with the 3 of y'all, and he points his pistol and he says, of course, it was you 3 this entire time. Well, the good news is you won't be making it out, so this will be the end of these troubles, at least.
I'm confused. How is that good news?
Because I won't have to see your face ever again. And he levels his pistol, points, sword drawn as he starts advancing on you. And also, while this is all happening, you see that Slyph is still entranced, and I think her crystal, her star, starts to pulse a little bit with energy, and you can see like vapors of electroplasmic force starting to coalesce, kind of swirl around the room and start to coalesce. There's like a lot of static in the room. The hair on the back of your arms is starting to rise, and you hear little kind of like it's a very like ozone acrid smell on top of the
It's
smoke.
like, Lord Gervais,
Uh,
we're dealing with something at the moment. This is a really bad time.
and
You
he's
might want to
Gervais
back off,
like
bro.
gives it a like a little bit of a side eye, but he is not concerned for some reason.
I guess so. What if I wanted to resist something? What is our like official consequence?
So you have two consequences. Gervais is advancing on you, uh, or I guess we
With a
could
pistol.
say Gervais saw you, or Gervais is advancing on you while armed. We'll say. So if you were to resist that, you might get your way out of that situation. And then two is these uh, spiritual forces are once
The
again
ghosties.
coalescing in this room.
It's not my problem. Um, can
It's
I
about to be.
resist? Can I resist him advancing towards us armed?
Yes, of course.
And
How do you want to try and do that?
um, I think I just want to like almost just like goad him, like get him to keep insulting us, and he's so caught up with like me being disrespectful to him that he's like just flustered and so angry that he's like not actually advancing. He's just like verbally jarring with me.
Okay, yeah. So instead of being about to shoot one and slash the other, he's now just
Yeah.
holding these weapons as he's trying to.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't understand. How is that a good thing that we don't make it out of here alive? He's just getting very angry.
Darling, make more sense.
He's going for the drama and it's not working.
Darling, you're just not making any sense. Are you a dumb noble? Okay, so that'd probably be resolve
that is
or understanding of how, or deception.
that is a great question. Yes, I think.
Oh wait, that's
Consequences?
consequences from deception.
So you're resisting the consequences from. Yeah, no, I think it's insight, deception, or understanding. Because theoretically, the full consequence is him seeing you and then advancing on you.
Okay.
But your outcome will be that you're able to be facing him while he's not actively
Yes. Okay.
leveling a blow at you.
Perfect. Ooh.
Okay, 2 stress. But you succeed. Remember, if you become traumatized, you're pulled out of the heist.
Yeah, I'm trying
So
to
it's
figure out.
possible y'all could fail this.
I'm trying to figure out how to do that narratively.
Oh, you just went over?
I did just hit my max. Yeah.
Okay. I think. Hmm. That's a great question. Is someone okay? Next question: is someone gonna resist the ghostly energies? And Sarah, you're muted currently, so we cannot hear you. We're dropping. They're dropping like flies,
Well,
guys.
now you're an echo spot, so now you get to make decisions for her, and she'll tell you what happens.
Oh. Alrighty. We're.
Oh, sorry. Am I back?
Yeah.
You're back.
Okay, I missed everything. Recap how Duchess is getting traumatized.
We don't know yet. I asked.
Okay.
This might inform how she gets traumatized.
Okay.
I asked, is anyone going to resist the ghostly energies? Which I guess Duchess can't.
I was going to.
Okay. How do you want to do that?
Ripping because I know Sylph doesn't carry a spirit bane charm, but I do, and I've already checked it off. So I was like, just gonna like press the spirit bane charm like into her spirit gathering nexus of the spirit gathering energies.
Okay.
And hope that like stops whatever is happening.
Sure. Okay. That makes sense. Let's see. What resist should that be? Is the real question here.
I mean, it could be prowess, or it could be like a resolve, attune situation.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards, I think, resolve.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be this is all going to be a stressful situation.
Okay.
Very, very, those ghosties, they're so spooky.
What do you mean, Sean?
That's so spooky.
So spooky. All right. Jesus, take the wheel. Big moves. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Too stress. Are you
Do you
still
only have
in the
one?
game?
Do you
I
have
only
one
have
left?
one left.
Okay.
Okay. So,
I have an idea, Sean, if you don't have anything.
throw it out. We'll see.
So Duchess, so I did
You
I
succeed. Yeah.
succeeded on resisting.
You do succeed on the resist.
So maybe like I'm sparring with him, and it gives those two like enough of a hot second they can like slip out and just book it, but like I'm stuck back here, and then I don't know. Instead of turning me in, he like what if he has this like what creepy little torture chamber, and I want to take
He
vicious
captures you.
as my next trauma. So like, what if he like does rude things to her, and now she is like, I don't know.
She's got a whole nother threshold of
Yeah, she's now so
acceptable
like
behavior.
yeah. She's like, wow, I've seen a noble act like this. Now I'm gonna start being vicious.
Right. Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's go with that. That seems like a good idea.
But
So,
I feel like leaving you behind is not very aligned with camaraderie.
well,
I
you're
tell you to
still
run, go.
yeah, you can try and save her. That will be up to you because I don't know if I don't think that Echo and Sylph will get just a free pass to run away.
Yeah.
Necessarily, since you only resist the consequence. But yeah, I will agree. So like you're sort of okay, let's resolve it this way. So Echo, you take your Spirit Bane charm and kind of put it flush against Sylph's chest against the star.
And I think I'm just like, please work.
And I think you had no idea, what was going to happen. You were just trying something in the heat of the moment, and it does. There's sort of like a weird like counter reaction between the two of them, and it releases just like this sort of this like bright flash of light that kind of dissipates all of these energies. Meanwhile, Duchess is
I'm
stuck.
assuming Sylph just like passes out.
Yeah, so she's just been out of it this entire time. So that was just the end of that. And Duchess is stuck talking to Lord Gervais and sort of quibbling with him as he feels very self-assured about this situation. So he's kind of got a lackadaisy grip on everything. But he's certain that, well, at the very least, Duchess is not getting out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So you are free to attempt other actions. You can try and help Duchess, but she will be of no help anymore.
Then I'm like carrying people.
You can see like maybe Duchess.
I have two passed out people that I'm just
know, yeah. So I think if you can subdue Lord Gervais somehow, you can get out with all three. Or you can do something else to just get out with yourself and Sylph.
Leave me behind. I feel like Duchess and him are just, now they're both getting angry at each other, just like screaming at each other. And you're just like, well, I'm gonna step out. And I
I
don't
just
know if he want. I don't think it. I'd like him capturing Duchess. Maybe they just fight and he like wounds her, and that's how she becomes traumatized, rather than like
I don't love the idea of him capturing her either.
yeah, because then we have to save you.
no.
Ha-
Like I imagine we
roll.
just tussle and like he cuts her on the face because I want her to have like a little scar now, but then she like punches him and gets
Ooh,
out. But
vicious
like
scar.
after
What if
after
does
the
she
fact.
still have her little poison spiders?
I never actually took that, so no. Those are
No, okay.
just flavor at the moment.
Just flavor. Okay. Yeah.
I do have a
I was
smoke
gonna
bomb.
say roll. There's a smoke tunnel happening right now. So um yeah.
Okay.
I mean, regardless, leave Duchess. Just get out of here. You have one stress. Don't try and save her.
Oh, so difficult. um,
Don't always listen to Logan.
I
Do
know.
whatever you want.
I feel like Echo. So we know that Echo's family experimented on her before they left her for dead, and
We do know this. This has been established previously. It may have been forgotten, but
It may have been forgotten, but I feel like this is the time where like the weird Hulk situation is gonna come out.
Just pull out an IV bag that's glowing, plug it in, and just like roid
Well,
out.
I think she like, her trauma is unstable. She's got just one little tick away from another trauma, so she is definitely like her ability to manage her body and not be freakish and experimental is very low. So I think this would be a time where she would perform an act of like superhuman, like a superhuman action under stress kind of a thing, which is
Sure.
not to be trifled with, I think is what it's called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A feat of physical force that verges on the superhuman, such as engage a small gang on equal footing in close combat.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Do you just that's from Cutter, right? Not to be trifled with. Okay, you push yourself to do it. Ooh, but you have to push yourself.
But I have to push myself,
will
so that
stress
means
you.
I would also be traumatized.
Oh, I like that though.
But can I be traumatized? Like my pushing myself,
It'll finish the score. Yeah.
Would be me like just grabbing both of them and carrying them out physically, like so fast. Like just me being able to hold two people and like book out of there, streak of light.
Yeah, definitely. So I think what happens maybe is so Duchess and Lord Gervais have just been devolved into a screaming match before suddenly it devolves once again into a scuffle. But I don't think at the moment Duchess is really on par. I don't want to say on par, but she's at a disadvantage against Lord Gervais. So I think it's kind of a short scuffle of her like
she gets
maybe
her slash.
going crazy. He gets a slash. She gets a punch in, but in the end, Duchess is kind of like unconscious on the ground. Lord Gervais is over her, like
which makes me go
triumphantly.
nutso.
Yes, and then sort of Echo goes crazy, like feels this sort of deep primordial rage that she remembers only from when she was being experimented on and all this crazy stuff was happening. And she proceeds to just one hit, one punch, one KO.
Smash his face in.
Yeah, smashes. Or do you think you maybe go a little overboard and like start beating a man while he's down?
I think it's not aggressive in the sense of like I'm trying to kill this man. It's more like desperation to get us out of there. So I think it would be like I maybe knock him like across the room and then I'm just like I'll probably see the lights of fire happening, and I just like in a panic, like grab both of them and just like run out of there.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So you do that, you grab both of them, you run out, you get up the stairs. The party seems to have been quickly sort of canceled, but the ever sort of nosy nobles are still watching the scene from the streets and from various places as you kind of just get up and out and are just booking it into the streets.
Yeah. And I
Um,
feel like I'm a little Jekyll and Hyde. Like I don't look fully
right.
human.
Okay. Yeah. And you are able to I think you get them out. I think maybe you're followed a bit, but you just seem to be like working on such an instinctual level and you know the streets so well that you can evade anyone who's following you. And eventually you make it back to your hideout where you kind of set everyone down, I think, and then everyone
Pass out.
is collapsed, passed out on the floor. Stev walks in and is like, "What the fuck, guys?"
We are all very healthy individuals.
um,
Stev, what's your problem, man?
and yeah, that is the end of
Downtime
that.
activity.
Hmm.
How's that gonna work when we're literally all traumatized? Abby's
Yeah,
gonna come
I don't
back and
even
be like, "What
remember.
happened?"
Oh, she's still watching. Uh, yeah, Abby can't afford to get more traumas, so she's not doing that right now.
She wants
Okay,
to though.
Yeah,
I
when you
know she could
return,
get
you
one
have
more.
zero stress. Your vice has been satisfied for the next downtime.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, what don't you do you lose yourself? You don't lose yourself. Oh yeah, you're left for dead or dropped out of the current conflict, only to come back later shaken or okay,
Yeah,
well,
lose yourself
y'all
is
are
when you
already dropped out.
overindulge. Yeah,
Yeah.
overindulge.
So eventually all of you sort of come to feeling like you've just had the worst bender of your life. Um, Duchess, you have caked blood on your face. Probably Sylph just has the worst headache of her life. And I think Echo, you just feel incredibly weak. Like all of your muscles have just been shredded, more or less. Like a newborn fawn. And
Maybe I'm
so,
like shaken.
yeah, so I think the three of you sort of slowly try and reassemble yourselves over the next day or two. And let's figure out the fallout of that score and how
Sean,
that went.
no fallout.
Because I
Absolutely
think it was
flawless.
a little rough on that. Let's see. Payoff. I think. Now this might be controversial, but I think.
Oh, really?
Tell us.
I
Lay
think
it
you're
on
gonna
us.
have to really let's see. Okay, so rep is easy. So you earn 2 rep by default. If the score is to a higher tier target, you take +1 rep, which they were. So you get 3 rep. I think I said it was a 6 coin job, but I think Madam, what was her name? Does anyone remember off the top of their head?
Oh, shoot.
It's in the faction sheet. Madam Froig. Madam Froig
Yeah.
is not happy about how this situation went down.
We
at
are just
all.
thrilled, Madam Froig.
So I'm assuming the payment was going to go through Duchess, who, of course, everyone also notices your nice shiny new scar.
That's
that
fine.
you
She
have.
wants it.
And Madame Froig says, Duchess, Violet.
How do you know that? Who told you that?
I appreciate your help with this situation, but I don't know what riffraff you thought you were providing, but this level of quality is just not acceptable. I'm I I cannot pay you the full amount for a job this sloppy. So
What?
you can deal with this.
I'm sorry, she signed a contract.
Well, you can collect on that later if you'd like.
Also, Sean, controversial opinion. I don't think we get rep or coin if it's not successful.
No, it was successful.
You got the
items.
We got the incriminating items.
Oh, okay, great. That's fine. Okay, lady, whatever. I'll come back to... Whatever. I'll throw it at her. I'll take our contract. I'll take our
all
money.
the coin? Oh.
Does she just have it all out like I could take it and run?
No.
Okay.
She just has the 4 coin.
Bye.
No. She just has the 4 coin.
Okay, that's fine.
And she says,
But she's in our black books.
Don't think I'll be using their services again.
Also, we read the letter before we give it to her.
100%. If she breaks the contract, that means we get to break the contract. And so
I don't think it said anywhere that you didn't have to read it. It's not particularly exciting. The letter just says it's from a minor noble house. I had a name for them. Oh, it was the Hague family. So the Hague family was kind of a new blood, not really noble in the sense, but they had enough money to make it seem like it. And they'd gotten in a little tiff with the Gervais as well. And so the letter just says something like, I know he's coming for me. He has some connection to this web of pain. Nonsense.
What's the deal with the signet ring?
The signet ring was Haig's signet ring. And he disappeared that no one knew what happened. So this is kind of evidence that he disappeared due to the Gervais's influence. So it is damning evidence for sure against the Gervais.
That's fine. I'll take our 3 or however much coin. 3?
4 coin.
4? And I'll say, what is her name? Adelaide.
Froig.
Adelaide Froig. That's fine. Madam Froig, all nobles have their secrets, and someone will be willing to pay to get them, even if you won't, so maybe we'll see you in the future. Now, goodbye. And we're gonna do a score on her in the future, that's for sure.
Good. That's
for
what
sure.
I'm hoping.
We are 100% not letting that slide.
Gotta enforce that you're litigious somehow.
We are so litigious.
And someone's going to try and bend the rules
we gonna be
eventually.
framing her.
Exactly. That sounds fun. Okay,
we take the evidence we just gave to her and plant it on her, thus framing her.
Immediate frame, no problem. Okay, so Freud kind of betrays y'all's trust, or betrays your contract. Really, there was no trust to begin with. And
there are 2 things you got to know about Foxfire: contracts are everything, and camaraderie. Those are the only things that matter to us.
Really, contracts more important than anything.
Contracts are still more important.
And between
you weren't very professional, so that's the only that
we're usually more
went down the drain.
Between Foxfire, between boats and goats, boats are the superior form of transport.
Yeah, no goats. We don't do goats anymore.
No one ever gets near a goat ever again.
Don't trust.
They're all paranoid about goats. Okay, so for heat, yeah. So I think you have a automatic +2 from doing it in
that place.
That area is. Gosh, I can never remember. Brightstone. Yeah.
Brightstone.
Not to be confused with Whitechapel, which is the really rich place.
No, that's White Crown.
White Crown?
Oi.
The chapel is in Brightstone.
The chapel's in Brightstone.
The
Sanctorium is, yeah. Okay. Anywho, we played this game before, right? So yeah, I think
we don't usually go to these fancy places.
Well, I wasn't really bringing up all the special effects of the other places, but now I am. So, It is considered hostile turf for the purpose of generating heat, which means that is a +1. Okay, so not +2. So +1. Let's see. I think that was at least loud and chaotic,
We generated a lot of actual heat
Yeah.
via the flame.
if not wild, devastating.
It was pretty contained to that tunnel.
I was gonna say, yeah, we didn't.
I'm gonna say loud and chaotic
That's
Yeah.
fair.
because your escape was not contained and there were nobles watching everywhere. So that's 5 heat.
Yikes. Okay, so our wanted is up to 2.
Okay, so you've got wanted level 2. Then we need to do entanglements, which I've been wanting to make adjustments to. So I kind of have a list of maybe more interesting things than the
Do we
regular
still roll like
entanglements.
normal?
Yes, but I still want you to roll. Yes, I'll have you roll. I kind of got them tiered out a little bit based on your wanted level.
Do anything? Do we have anything? We have not taken slippery. Okay, so we just roll normal, right?
Yeah, just roll 1d6 though for now, because it's fine. Just roll 1d6. I'm still working on how I want this to happen exactly.
4.
Okay, so 4.
And we have 0 heat at the moment.
Oh, you have 0 heat, but you're okay. I see. Okay, so with all of the craziness that goes on, I think someone starts spreading a rumor that Foxfire is not nearly as professional as they used to be, and they let
Instant death.
themselves get pushed around by nobles like the Froeg, which aren't even that important. So
We are gonna
why?
kill Adelaide. Oh my god.
So they're completely useless. So I think your options are you can do an action or two to try and counteract the rumor yourself. You could pay money to start a counter rumor that would basically keep you in the good graces, or you can take the hit to your rep, which we'll say is going to be 2. It would be you can either pay 2 rep, 3 coin, or you can do some actions, and we'll see how the actions go.
Can we, like, in our crusade to destroy Adelaide slowly but surely?
Oh, I think it's gonna be pretty quick. I don't think there's anything slow about it.
I want her to suffer. I was gonna say, I don't know. I feel like instead of doing like a counter rumor, something that could be fun would be like getting her kicked out of like the noble places. So like incriminating her so that like or like embarrassing her so that she gets like uninvited from like the opera, and she gets uninvited from
That's
like
too far.
From the opera?
Is it too? Is
No.
it though? Do you still want to see
Not
her
to
at the
anyone
opera?
else.
You know,
Duchess cares the most about the opera.
so like we do something that like takes the attention off of us and like invalidates this whole rumor of like Adelaide pushing us around, because she's obviously fallen in status and like wouldn't be able to push anyone around. Would that work?
Yeah, you could try. I think, are y'all assuming Madame Froeg started the rumor?
Yeah.
Because I never said that, so don't.
No, I'm not
don't
assuming
assume.
that. I'm not assuming that. I'm just saying that people will see how far Madame Froeg has fallen, and they will be like, "Oh, A, she's too weak to like actually push Foxfire around," or B, Foxfire has taken measures against her and should not be messed with.
Okay, yeah, I think you could do something like that. That sounds more like a downtime. So
Okay.
I would be willing to, like, first you're going to have to deal with this. First, you're going to have to put out your fire, which is this bad rumor. And then, if you want to, I'm more than willing to, like, so you can spend downtime to do some actions to kind of also try and twist it back on Froic. You see what I mean?
I feel like Echo's like, just pay the money for now, and
Yeah,
then
I'm fine with paying money.
we'll pay the money for now, and then during downtime we'll start her descent.
So we really
Okay,
only
you
have
pay-
got 1 coin from that then.
Yeah, so you pay some money to a couple, like a couple small gangs, some of the kids in the areas, and maybe one newspaper print shop, and you're able to sort of kill, or not really kill the rumor, but now there's rumors kind of in your favor about how Foxfire is
Dilute the
doing good.
rumor.
Yeah, dilute it so that no one really pays as much attention to it. And that will take care of that for now.
Are you full up on coin, Echo?
How much coin you want, boo?
No, I was just gonna say we got 4, so I was gonna give everybody 1, put 1
I
in the
have
party.
1 coin, and then I have a bunch of stash.
Okay, so you can take a coin without immediately having to put it in stash.
Yes.
Okay, so then we'll all get 1. We'll have put 1 in the group, and then we'll lost 3 from the group. So net is -2 from the faction, but everyone gets a coin.
Okay. Perfect.
Sure. Okay, and downtime, I think we'll wait on, because we'll just do, I think next time, like just open world stuff, and because Abby will also get a chance to do downtime, which is pretty
And it
important
gives
for
us
developing
time,
your
or
characters.
Gives me time to contemplate what my next trauma is.
I think I want Duchess to go to jail, though. We're at
Right
2
away?
wanted. Well, maybe, like, if we're not going to do downtime now, like, I guess it can wait.
Okay, if you go to jail, you're out for a significant period of time.
But I have jailbird, so I'm actually not out for that long.
Right, but I think you can't. We'll have to talk about this, but you can't just hand yourself in for the gang all the time, whenever you want.
That's what jailbird's supposed
You
to
can't
be.
just be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll go to jail for everyone." Otherwise, you could just do that every other session, and you'd never get wanted over 1.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with that is you roll the incarceration, and it can go bad. So, like, there is a
Yeah,
risk.
but you have bonuses to your incarceration.
You're punishing me for being good.
No, I'm just saying you're maybe manipulating the mechanics of the game in a way they're not supposed to be used. So I'm putting a break on it for now, and I said we could talk about it to figure out a good solution.
No shot, I want a resolution now.
And I think you still get downtime even before you go to jail.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, but I think last time that's what we did. So I think I've established a precedent. Also, I was going to leave off with, I think Duchess goes to her little web room, and she sees 2 eyes, liquid gold, staring out from the darkness, and a figure with a sort of tinkling voice says, "Duchess, it's so good to see you. I think it's about time we talked about what you can finally do for me." And a sort of strangely proportioned figure seeps out from the darkness, and you recognize this one as the kind soul that gave you some coins way back when. And we'll leave it at that.
Wunderbar!
Yikes.
Blades in the Dark,
What a
the
good
game where
friend.
things can go bad very, very quickly.
So good, so good. I thought that was going to be easy, but
You know, Sean, you thought the goat score was going to be easy, and then...
No, I don't think I did.
Everybody else did. I think we were all like, yeah, we go in, we get the goat, we get...
The ones that I think are going to be hard, y'all ace, and then the ones that I think are going to be easy, y'all have some bad luck. So, unfortunately, but that's fine. It happens. So it makes it interesting. But yeah, so next week we'll be back with Tales from the Loop, like usual. We should have our lovely Abby back, and we did, in fact, get around to making a special Halloween stream for everyone that we're very excited about. It's very fun. We pre-recorded it, so we'll be, I think, streaming it this coming Saturday, which is Halloween. Oh my gosh, it's like, I don't know what happened, but anyways, and I think we're aiming for 12 o'clock Central, so noon. But check the Twitter. I'm sure we'll make a post there if you'd like to watch it. While we'll be on while it's streaming at that time, but also, of course, you know, it's on Twitch, so it'll be up on Halloween Day. You can watch it whenever, and it should be lots of fun. Thanks so much for joining us. Lots of laughing, that's for sure. Which is the best. And lots of accents. If you like the accents, there's lots of attempts at accents.
Successes, Sean, not just attempts, but successes.
Successes, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, many successes in there too. So, thanks again, everyone. We hope we see you soon.
Bye.